All right, hopefully this sounds okay. Galaxies, I'll leave it up to you. This is the testing. We'll see how it goes. A sprout. Deltarune! No, I know what they called. Are they showing chapter 5 here? Oh my god!
Light and
Kingdom Hearts! No way, Key! Key, this is for you!
Let's try this on the side.
Yes! Yes!
Home to all kinds of sports.
Whoa! Welcome back to another video. Do I think that this Nintendo Direct was the greatest one we've ever seen? No. Now, it's been a couple days since the last Nintendo Direct. I've given it some time. You saw my reaction. I called it the greatest Nintendo Direct ever. And I think I overreacted a little bit. See, yeah, once the post-direct clarity hit, that's when I kind of realized that, yeah, it was a great direct and there was a lot of cool announcements, but compared to ones we've had in the past and compared to what they actually showed, might not be the greatest, but it definitely was one of my favorites, and I'll tell you why. And this is going to be fully unscripted, so I'm just kind of going off of what I've been thinking over the last couple of days, and for the main part, the ones that really kind of stuck with me were the big ones that Nintendo revealed. So overall, when it comes to Nintendo Directs, I'm, a big part of the culture. I really enjoy the hyping up of a potential direct. I really like the theorizing and the bingo card making and, all the stuff that comes with it. And then when the actual direct happens, I'll be honest, I kind of go all out. My reactions are really dialed up to 11, depending on whether or not it's actually a crazy announcement or even just an update of a game, as shown right here. And then here you're going to show the Splatoon Raiders clip. I'm like, oh my god, Splatoon! Oh, I love Splatoon! I actually do love Splatoon. Overall, though, I think this Direct had a lot of really cool games, and not even a lot of hidden gems, just a lot of games that, people have been expecting to come to the console, or even just ones that we haven't really thought of in a while. If you know me, I love the Wii, I love Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. Some of the best memories I've ever had were playing with my siblings and just playing all the different games, doing boxing and bowling, and even like the weird kind of sword fight that they brought back in Switch Sports that was kind of lame. But overall, really excited for that game. I'm excited to go back to Woohoo Island. I even said woohoo in my pop-off. We had new Pokopia DLC. I had a feeling this game was going to have DLC. I still haven't beaten it yet, but I really am excited to once I do. That way I'll be able to play the DLC and just keep going on. This game is going to be massive, and I feel like at some point they're going to release a $100 version, because I think I saw the DLC was $35 or not. I don't know if that's true. Fact check me if I'm right, editor, right here. Okay, good. We also had new updates on Splatoon Raiders, which, I popped off for, and of course, Rhythm Heaven Groove. I'm very excited for that game, even though I think that was the only, Switch 1 game that they showed right off the bat, and just to get out of the way. I know a lot of people weren't happy about that, especially that it took 5 minutes up from the first part of the Direct, which I can kind of get. You want to see the new stuff, you want to get right into the meat of the Direct, you don't want to have to worry about a game that's coming out literally next month. So I totally understand that, but nonetheless, very excited for that game. I'm going to be playing day one. Of course, with the N10 guys, we have a whole history when it comes to Rhythm Heaven. And then there were two games that I'm not really the greatest fan of, but I'm still excited to see them nonetheless. I'm talking about Xenoblade and Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem first. Me and Fire Emblem have a kind of a weird history. I've only really ever played Awakening and I think a demo of some other game. And Fire Emblem Warriors, that game sucked still to this day. I don't know, I've never really gotten a Fire Emblem, and it wasn't really my thing growing up as a Nintendo fan. I had this whole running meme where I was really pissed off that Byleth was the final character announced in the first Fighters Pass in Smash Bros. Ultimate. I was in school, they had the announcement. I said, oh, is it someone cool? My friend was like, no. So that to this day, I still have a bone to pick with Byleth and the entirety of Fire Emblem. Not really though, that is a joke. Let me say that again. This is a joke. And of course, Xenoblade. If you know, me and Xenoblade have a kind of a weird past as well, just because, and I'm going to show you why, if I even still have it. Do I have it? I do, okay. I thought I got rid of the game, which maybe I should have. I have the first game here on Switch 1. I started playing it on stream for a bit, and I haven't played it in quite a while. I just don't know what it is. It's not the style of the game. I wouldn't say I'm not a big fan of JRPGs, but it's just the game itself, I can tell, is very massive. And compared to, you know, Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3 and Xenoblade X, all those types of games, it's not really the first type of game that I'd want to buy. And of course, I did buy this one. I do want to give it a try again, especially now that they revealed Xenoblade Genesis. This is a new game that has, as far as we know, no ties to Xenoblade Chronicles 1 through 3. This is going to be a completely new game, completely new story, characters, everything that comes with it. So I might give that a try. That comes out next year. Until then, though, we will see if I play this game again. Comment below if I should play this game again. Who knows? Probably won't. And of course, at the very end, the cream of the crop announcement that we kind of already knew about, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, or they actually didn't give it a subtitle, so we're just going to call it remake, whatever. This game to me looks, this is going to be voiceover footage. Actually, you can probably do voiceover footage with whatever you think probably looks better if I don't look like I'm standing properly, so do whatever. Do whatever you want. To me, I'm very excited to give it a try. I'm very excited to actually play and beat the game for the first time. Depending on what other stuff they add into the game, I don't know if it'll be new content, if it'll be updated mechanics, things like that. I've only really ever played the 3D game, and I didn't even beat it at that point. I think I got up to when Link actually gets the Ocarina of Time and transforms into adult Link, and then I think I pretty much just stopped there on the 3DS version. Never played the original game on N64. Don't really have a desire to as well, but that might change as well, because once this game actually gets a full-on release date, I'm willing to bet probably the later end of 2026, like November or December. Then I'll probably give the original a try. Link already just looks so different than what we've seen in the past. And I know it's a lot of, you know, believe it or not, a little bit of a controversy with that. Some people think it's too realistic. Some people think it's just too cartoonish, which if you played Wind Waker, that's cartoonish. I don't know what the heck they're talking about for that. Zelda Ocarina of Time, I know, is one of the greatest games ever made, from what people have said. I actually have not yet seen it myself, but we are going to have to give it a chance once it comes out on Switch 2 later this year. It is a Switch 2 exclusive, as are many of his games that I just talked about as well. So I'm very excited to see how that holds up later this year. And then again, I don't really want to take too much time talking about these entire announcements because plenty of other people have done that before, but the ones that really stick out to me are the really cool third-party games that they announce. Duskbloods, if we ever do get it, I think it'll be really cool once it comes out. Stellar Blade coming to Switch 2, I think is phenomenal. When that game got announced for PS5, I really wanted the game, and I actually was kind of on track to buying a PS5 for it, but I never did, so I'm actually very excited that that game is coming to Switch 2. I'm going to be playing that day one. Deltarune tomorrow. I love Deltarune. I've been playing the games ever since the first chapter back when I was in college, and now Chapter 5 comes out later on this month. I'm going to be so happy playing it. I won't be playing it on Switch 2. I have it on my PC, but I'm very happy for Deltarune Chapter 5. It's just so cool just to see the third-party presence that is on these Nintendo consoles, or even just the Switch 2 in general. There's so many third-party games that got announced that I probably won't even talk about right now, but there's basically a variety for so many people out there. Whether or not you actually like these games or are intrigued by them, I think there's something for everyone right now on Switch 2. So no matter what was announced, I don't even know what I think. And to cap off the third-party stuff, there is a game that no one, and I mean no one, thought would be talked about during a Nintendo Direct, Kingdom Hearts 4. Now, this game was announced 4 years ago.
Say that again?
There was only one trailer for that many years, and so many Kingdom Hearts fans, including my good friend Key, basically were at the cusp of giving up hope that this game was even real. Lo and behold, Nintendo, after showing off the Kingdom Hearts 1 through 3 collection, which by the way is also very cool, they go ahead and just bang, brand new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4, full Japanese voice acting, battle cutscenes, gameplay, Sora just whipping his Keyblade around on his little chain. I wish I had a chain like that. That was pretty cool. And just all sorts of cool stuff here. Of course, we're finally ending with the announcement that it will be available on Switch 2 day one. That is awesome. That's something I never would have thought about, having a full-fledged Kingdom Hearts game on Switch 2 right at the jump. When Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, they were like, no way we're putting this game on Switch 1. But now here we are in the present, in the future, seeing that massive games like these are very much possible on the Switch 2. Granted, it might be a game key card, but that is the only way you're going to get these games to be able to play on Switch 2 at the current hardware that there is available. To cap it off, there was one other game that I personally think is my favorite of the entirety of the Direct, Pikuniku 2. This game, if I could describe it in like one word, I can't. There's just no way to describe it in one word. This game is just like as wacky and, you know, creative as any game, you know, would try to be. But it's just something about the art style, something about the character himself. This little red blob with 2 legs and just 2 eyes just running around. Now, this game's actually the first time they're going to 3D. The first game I've actually been playing offline, believe it or not. I know. I play games not while I'm streaming as well. It's a real thing. I'm not kidding. I've been playing Pikuniku 1 on my Switch 2 for the last couple of days, and I'm really enjoying it. There's really kind of funny story elements to everything. The music is great. The music you're actually hearing right now should be Pikuniku music. It's just a cute, fun, wacky kind of game. It reminds me a lot of Kirby, but also like Mario, and just kind of like a weird mix of platforming and puzzles and just like internet culture in general. So if you have not yet given it a try, please do so. As of this recording right now, Pikuniku is only $2 on the Nintendo eShop.
Incorrect.
I don't know when that deal ends, but it probably ends very soon. Get hype for Pikuniku 2, which comes out next year. Buy the first game. You will not regret it. It's a very fun game. And just look at him dance. Look at him right here. The dude's grooving, holy moly. So like I said before, this Direct did feel very third-party oriented, and I can understand that if you're a hardcore Nintendo fan, you may not like that as much. You want to see your major titles get announced. You want to see a new Mario, you want to see Pokemon, you want to see Zelda, Kirby, all those great games. And there have been games of those series on the Switch too, but I can understand the need for more. Now, some people might go back and forth saying, why do you think we need so much Mario? Why do you think we need all this new stuff? Because the idea behind the Switch 2, in my personal opinion, is that any game that goes on it, any game that has so much development and time and effort put into the game, you're going to want the fans to enjoy. I've said before that the Switch 2 has the possibility to have almost every single one of Nintendo's IPs in a brand new game, a brand new environment, you name it. And it's only just a matter of time. The only thing I said in my previous video is that you just have to be patient. You really have to kind of wait, play some of these new games that came out, maybe branch out a little bit more, try different genres. Me with Xenoblade, maybe, well, who knows? Now, do I think it's the greatest Nintendo Direct ever, like I said before? Definitely not. But I do think it is one of my favorites in quite a long time. Of course, I think back to the days when Nintendo Directs would always have a Smash Brothers announcement or a brand new Mario platformer or something with Splatoon. Those were the days when you were so excited to see so many games come out. The only reason really why that happened is because Nintendo needed to sell those consoles. They needed to sell the Wii U, they needed to sell the 3DS, the Switch, and same with right now. The Nintendo, I feel like at this point is a little bit cruising kind of on like a straight line at the current moment, but I do feel like once it gets to the later end of this year as well as next year, you're going to see a lot more announcements come forward from the big Nintendo. And the big 2027, of course. The other side part I want to add is, of course, having leaks and rumors kind of enter the fray doesn't help as well, because you want to be excited for these announcements. You don't want to have to worry about getting spoiled on what's coming, even like months before. And I know that's a very big topic of discussion right now, and I do have my thoughts on that, but that's for another video. And of course, if you want more of my thoughts on this Nintendo Direct, you can go check out the Nintendo podcast. I talked a lot more about that with Wood and Sully, and you can definitely hear more of my thoughts there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the last video that just came out. Me and Galaxy's worked tirelessly to get that thing ready for you all. I'm very excited to get this one out, and I'm very excited to get future videos out like this one as well. The support means the absolute most to me, so thank you so much. Hopefully we can hit 2,000 subs by the time this video is out as well. The support, the love, all the comments, all like the feedback and everything I've been getting from people really helps out in the long run. So by doing that more, by commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff, you are really helping me out, and it's really helping me want to make more videos, because this is the most fun I've had being a content creator in a long time, if I could be quite honest. With that being said, my name is KnightSky. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, enjoy the vibes, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
This is boring. Delete.